Men don't lose their strength in a single moment. It doesn't happen with one failure, one heartbreak, or one lazy day. It happens slowly, quietly, like water leaking from a cracked pipe you don't notice until the floor is soaked. One small compromise here, one neglected habit there, and before you know it, that fire that once made you unstoppable is just smoke. Every man says it won't happen to him until it does. If you're watching this, it's not too late. You can still rebuild what life quietly drained out of you. But first, you have to face the truth. Masculinity doesn't fade because someone took it. It fades because we handed it away, inch by inch. Let's talk about 7 habits that quietly destroy a man from the inside out. If any of these sound familiar, don't panic. Recognizing them is the first step back to power. Let's start with the first one, and it's the one most men are guilty of: talking more than doing. You know the type. Always planning, always promising, always about to do something. He's going to start a business, hit the gym, get serious about life next week. But next week turns into next month, and suddenly he's still stuck in the same place, just with fancier excuses. Real masculinity isn't in your voice, it's in your movement. When you talk too much, you trick your mind into thinking you've already achieved something. The world doesn't care about your intentions, only your impact. So, say less, move more. Let your results embarrass your words. And hey, if this hits you a little, maybe it's supposed to. Now, the second habit is one most men overlook because it seems so small: avoiding eye contact. You can dress sharp, smell good, and even have muscles, but if you can't look someone in the eye, everything else collapses. Eyes show truth, they show confidence, they show control. Think of every leader you've ever respected. They didn't stare at the floor when they spoke. Start small. Hold eye contact 1 second longer than you normally would. It'll feel strange at first, but soon people will feel your presence before you even say a word. Try it today, with the cashier, with your coworker, even with your reflection. Habit number 3 is living in the past, whether it's your old glory or your old pain. Some men are trapped in their highlight reel, still bragging about that one time they were king of the football field. Others are prisoners of heartbreaks and regrets that should have expired years ago. Both are stuck in yesterday. The world doesn't move backwards, and neither should you. Real men build from now. Write this somewhere. What am I creating today? If your answer doesn't make you uncomfortable, dream bigger. Let's talk about the fourth one: neglecting how you present yourself. And no, this isn't about vanity, it's about discipline. Poor grooming and sloppy appearance tell the world you've stopped caring. It whispers, "I've given up." Clean nails, fresh breath, clothes that look intentional, they're not about showing off. They're about showing self-respect. Ever notice how your posture changes when you dress well? It's not just about others noticing you, it's about you noticing yourself again. The fifth silent killer is rushing through life. Fast talkers, quick decisions, endless anxiety. Everything is urgent, everything is rushed. But masculinity thrives in stillness. The calm before action is what separates a boy from a man. Slow down. Speak like your words have weight. Move like you own time. When you slow your tempo, the world tunes in. Try it. Breathe before you respond. Walk without fidgeting. Think before you react. You'll feel the shift instantly. Habit 6, refusing to learn new skills. Somewhere along the line, many men stop growing. They graduate, get a job, and hit autopilot. But when you stop learning, you stop evolving. A man who doesn't expand becomes replaceable. Look at history. The men who stood out were students of life. They never settled. Whether it was Marcus Aurelius journaling wisdom or modern men mastering technology, they stayed dangerous because they kept growing. Pick something: boxing, coding, carpentry, anything that challenges you. Skill isn't just power, it's protection. Now, the last habit, the most toxic of them all: complaining instead of creating. We all know the guy who blames everyone: the government, women, his boss, the economy. He's angry at everything except his own choices. That's not masculinity, that's surrender. Every time you complain, you hand away your power. The world owes you nothing, but it will give you anything if you build something worth it. Hate your job? Create a side hustle. Hate your body? Train. Hate your situation? Build your way out. Masculinity isn't found in whining, it's built through action. Let's pause for a second. Which of these 7 habits do you recognize in yourself? Don't just sit back and nod. Be honest. Drop it in the comments. Not for me, but for you. Because saying it out loud is how you start breaking it. And while you're here, if this talk is shaking something inside you, do one thing that strong men do. Commit, subscribe, drop a like, share this with another man who needs to wake up, because strength grows faster when men rise together. Now, let's connect the dots. Masculinity isn't one grand gesture or one loud moment. It's built through 1,000 small choices. The way you talk, the way you walk, the way you decide, even the way you think. Stack weak choices and your confidence drains. Stack strong ones and your presence hardens like steel. Take Jordan Peterson's story as a real example. Before he became known worldwide for his work on self-discipline and personal responsibility, he was just a college professor quietly observing how society was softening men. Instead of complaining, he wrote, spoke, and built his message from classrooms to global stages. He didn't wait for permission. He acted. That's the difference between a complainer and a creator. Every day, you're either reinforcing your masculinity or eroding it. Every skipped workout, every broken promise to yourself, every excuse, it's another drop leaking out of the bucket. But every time you act with purpose, even in small ways, you plug the leak. You rebuild pressure. You rise again. So here's your challenge. Don't try to fix everything at once. Pick one habit from today, just one, and destroy it. Replace it with action. Start today, not next Monday. Because every sunrise you waste doubting yourself is another day you'll wish you started sooner. Masculinity isn't a performance, it's a practice. It's built in quiet mornings, in difficult decisions, in moments where no one's watching. You're not weak, you're not broken, you're simply untrained. And training starts the second you choose discipline over comfort. So what's it gonna be? Another video you nod through and forget? Or the day you draw the line and start building the man you were meant to be? Drop your answer in the comments. I'll be reading them. And remember, strength isn't loud, confidence isn't cocky, real masculinity doesn't need to prove itself, it just is. Stay grounded, stay focused, stay unshakable. Your move.